And I think it's a question that came from that's coming in from Carol. It says, I've been asked if it will be a safe environment or just another way or the police to take down names of youth and then probably harass them if they say anything that's not favorable to the police.
Well, I'm glad that issue has come up because it gives me the chance to reassure people that when people come along to these meetings, we never ask them who they are. They can come along and make their comments completely anonymously. There's no intention, it'd be daft for me to sit here and say, I want you to come along and tell us where we've got it wrong, only for them to go out and really do something about those people. That's not the intention. It's a genuine offer for people to come along and tell us how we're doing, whether that be good or whether it be bad, because, you don't get many opportunities like this, so I really would encourage people to come along. But I want to assure you, there's no intention of taking any names or then picking on people because they've said something which perhaps is uncomfortable to listen to.
Okay. But the other thing too is, I think at the meeting we had last year, I think we did give Superintendent a very hard time. And
I heard that.
Yes, we've given him a hard time throughout the past year too. And I haven't seen my encounter with the police increase in any particular way.
All right. Probably because you're high profile.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
All right. We'll get into that and hear what the listeners are saying.
You're listening to GFM 96.6.
And I was asking them in the background to emphasize who is this meeting for? Is it for everybody? Who's going to be there? And the flow of the meeting. So both of you will probably take that. For Gary, in terms of the officers, who's going to be there?
Well, certainly I'll be there and be glad to take any questions from the audience as the evening goes on. But also my management team will be there. The local inspectors for both the city and the district local policing teams will be there to listen to what people have to say, because if specific instances are brought up, they'll be able to give an insight into what they've done to tackle some of those issues and perhaps just give their perspective on it. And certainly the evening will flow through a small presentation at the start, just talking about some of the issues which we've dealt with over the past few months in the city in terms of policing, and then it'll be very much over to the audience to give their feedback and make their comments so we can really learn from what they've got to say to us.
Okay, so we have heard at Gloucester that yes, you're going to have some high-flying officers there, right, to be able to share in the evening and tell the flow and the emphasis again on who is this everybody. All are invited. All of Gloucester.
Yes, indeed. But if I might just add, one other person who will be there is the Community Engagement Manager from the Crown Prosecution Service, who unfortunately couldn't be here this evening.
Okay.
But will certainly be at that meeting. So we'll have input from them, and there'll of course be leaders from local churches and other organizations in the city as well.
Right.
But the theme of this meeting is a safer Gloucester. It's our responsibility. That's the theme of this meeting.
A safer Gloucester.
A safer Gloucester.
Yes.
It's our responsibility. And I emphasize that word our. Yes. And it does mean exactly what it says in the dictionary, right?
Yes.
Nobody is excluded. Everybody in this city is affected by the decisions which are taken by the police, by the Crown Prosecution Service.
Right.
The quality of these decisions need to be very good. The quality of these decisions, will be enhanced when you have a wider input from the community that they impact.
Yes.
So everybody is invited, everybody is encouraged to come out. And I want to pick up on that point which was made earlier on, the reassurance that nobody will have any consequence brought to them from making their points in the meeting. And if anyone still feels a lingering doubt that will happen, then if you suspect that something comes back to you because of something you said in the meeting, bring it to our attention and it will be addressed. Because I don't want anyone to feel that they shouldn't come and speak out because they are afraid that something is going to happen as a result. It is for everyone. We are inviting everyone. So those who are listening in the barber shop, in the hair stylist salon, if you are listening at home, if you are in your office, if you're in your car, this meeting is for you and for everyone that you know. Invite them to come along, please. 7 o'clock on Monday evening. It's our responsibility to improve our city, to make it safer, and to make it just.
Okay. So the meeting is not only for a particular racial group. That's what we're saying.
No, it's for everyone. Because, of course, as I said before, there are particular groups in the black community, in other minority ethnic communities,
yes,
who have been particularly affected, and the statistics continue to show us,
yes,
that we are disproportionately represented on the wrong side of the law. No. So obviously this meeting would appeal to members of those communities, and I do urge them to come. But I am equally encouraging every single person. I don't want anybody to listen to this broadcast and think, well, this isn't for me.
Right.
Well, you are a resident of Gloucester. Yes. It's for you. It's for all of us. We have a shared responsibility to make our community safe, to make our city a place where justice flows like a mighty stream, as the scriptures say.
I've heard that before.
So, exactly. so it's for everyone, and we're encouraging people to really come out and support this meeting. And the majority of the meeting, is left open for people to give. There will be a few minutes of addressing the audience by the police and CPS, but the majority of the meeting is reserved for people to share both their commendations and to raise their concerns as well.
That's the word, you heard me?
GFM.